Hello there. I'm Sheila Stark. Welcome to this class, this workshop on how to be more confident. So we want to talk about how to be more confident. Presumably you're watching this because you feel like you're lacking in confidence in some area of your life or work. So I'm going to go through a few things. I'm going to hope to do this in about 20 minutes so it doesn't take up much of your time, but to give you some good tips on how to become more confident. And my promise to you in this session is that I want you to leave here at least starting to believe that it is possible, that you can. I want you to be thinking to yourself, yes, I can do this. So say it to yourself now, yes, I can. Get a bit of practice in. Okay, so grab a pen, take some notes. I'm going to go through a few things. You've got to do the work here, because if you don't take action, then nothing changes. And confidence is all about growth. It's all about growing, because every little thing that we do helps us become a little bit more confident. So there's a few mistakes. I think what I'm going to talk through today, the mistakes. There's a few mistakes that we make that knock our confidence and how you can deal with those. I'm going to share with you 3 simple but powerful steps that you can take today to boost your confidence. I'm going to share the one thing with you that trumps confidence every time. And I'm going to give you some quick fire tips to help you feel and look more confident, like straight away. Okay, so there's some mistakes that people make when we're talking about confidence. And firstly, people worry too much about what other people think. So this isn't about them, this is about you. And actually, you have no idea what's going on in other people's worlds. I mean, people would look at me and see that I'm confident, but not teasing you. I get really nervous before I do things. You know, I don't feel as confident inside as perhaps I come across on the outside. But what I've learned is that I don't worry about what other people think anymore. This is all about what I think. We don't know what's going on in their life. So no matter what they, however they appear, you don't know how they're feeling inside. So don't worry about what other people think. The other mistake that we make is that we focus on the bad things and not the good things. So we get through a day, and at the end of the day, we're doing is our brain is telling us all about the things that went wrong. And actually, in the scheme of things, there was probably only a couple of little things maybe that went wrong, maybe even only one thing that went wrong today. And actually, the rest of the day was good or normal or brilliant. So you need to take some time each day to focus on the good things, not the bad things. Okay. We use negative self-talk, don't we? We talk down to ourselves. We're not kind to ourselves with the language that we use. We'll say things like, oh, Sheila, you can never get it right. You're always messing up. Whereas actually it's one thing that maybe I've not done quite as well as I could have done. So this is about changing the way you talk to yourself. Talk nicely to yourself. Something like, oh, that didn't go well, but I can do it better next time. Or what can I learn from this to help me do it better next time? So, okay, so there's just 3 mistakes that I see people make all the time, and just a couple of little tips on how you can deal with those differently. So I want to share with you 3 steps on how to be more confident. And these are things that you can start straight away. So the first step to confidence is to get clear. Because people say all the time, I want to be more confident. But what does that really mean? Confidence is such a massive thing, isn't it? You know, none of us are confident at everything. All of us worry about some things. All of us are not good at some things. And all of us are really confident at some things as well. So if I say to you, how do you feel about making a cup of tea? You're really confident about going and making a cup of tea. Maybe you're great at baking cakes and you're really confident at that. Maybe you're a confident driver. Maybe you're a confident parent. Whatever it is, you will be confident at something, but you didn't used to be. So this is all about breaking it down. You need to really get clear about what it is you want to be more confident about. What is the goal that you want to achieve? So, you know, is it something like, you know, I want to be more confident in interviews? So that gives you a specific thing that you're aiming for. If you're already in work, maybe it's about, I want to be more confident at speaking up in meetings. I want to be able to present to an audience, stand up and talk in front of an audience. I want to be confident enough to sell my artwork or whatever you make, you know, as your little business or sideline. Maybe it's about, you know, you want to be confident enough to jump out of a plane, or you just want to be confident enough to go to an exercise class on your own. Whatever it is, you need to get clear on it. And at this stage, you don't worry about how you're going to do it, because that stops us, that puts us off. So you just get clear on what it is you actually want to do and what it is you want to achieve. What is the actual outcome that you're looking for? because that's the thing that really helps us start to learn. We can get more confident about the thing that we want, rather than trying to get more confident about everything in life, because we never are. Let's just get you confident on the one or two things that are really going to make a difference to your life. The second thing, well, okay, so I'll leave this with you. Are you clear on what it is that you want? Are you clear on what it is you want to be more confident about? Go away and have a little think about that. And the second step is to get absolutely committed to it. So once you're really clear about what it is you want to get more confident about, what you want to achieve, then you absolutely need to decide to do it. You have to be committed to it. You are going to make yourself a promise. And at this stage, you still don't worry about how, because this really does stop us doing it, but you want to get really committed to it. Now, this is like your why. So when people say to you, why do you want to get more confident about speaking up in meetings, then you need to find a reason for that, because you've got an opinion to share, because you've got ideas that will help the company improve. You know, why is it you want to be more confident in interviews? Well, because you want to get a job that's going to change your life, because you're going to bring either it's a better job where you're going to bring more money in, or it's a job because you're not working at the moment and it brings some money in, and the money is going to make your life more comfortable. The life is going to help you support your family and your goals. This is about getting absolutely really passionate about it, what it is you want to do. So this is about really getting really connected to it, whatever it is that you want. So if it's about going to an exercise class, is that because you want to get really healthy and feel good about yourself? Is it because you want to lose weight and feel proud of the way that you look? If it's about applying for, it's about jumping out of a plane, for example, is it just about having new experiences and being proud of yourself, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone? Why is it that what it is that you want? And it really is about getting an emotion attached to it, because this makes a real difference to you actually doing it. So this needs to be something that you're going to do no matter what, because it is something that you are so committed to. And if you sit there and think, I'm not really passionate about it, then you need to think again. You need to go back to step one and think again about what it is you want to achieve or what you want to be more confident about. Because if you're not emotionally committed to it, then you'll give up straight away and you won't ever push yourself through it. Because getting confident and doing new things and pushing yourself and stretching yourself is scary. It is scary. So, by getting yourself committed to it, it's about being so passionate about it that you'll work through the fear. Okay, so have a little think. How committed are you to the goal that you've got? What would you do in order to achieve that goal? It's got to be something that no matter what goes wrong, because things will go wrong, you still need to be committed to doing it. Okay. And then the third step is about getting started. Because if you want something to change, you have to take some kind of action. If you don't take any action, nothing will change. But make it a small step. Because people talk a lot about massive action, take big action and achieve your dreams. But that can be really overwhelming. And at this stage, we're not confident enough to do that. So this is about one step. What is one step that you could take in order to get you started on this journey? And the first step is the hardest. In fact, making the decision is the hardest thing. And then taking that first step, that first piece of action, that's the hard bit. Once you've taken that first step, and you achieve something, you kind of get momentum because you feel proud of yourself. So you take the next step. And these steps can be really small. You need to work out what that small is for you. So, doing an exercise class, maybe you first time you do go with a friend, or maybe you do an exercise class online. So that would be your first step, just getting booked onto it. In fact, the first step would probably be finding an exercise class that you want to do. And then the second step would be, okay, is there a friend that could come with me? Or can I do this online to start with? Can I get myself more confident in the exercises before I go and do it in person? If you want to do a presentation, then maybe you just do it in front of one person first. If you're at work, maybe it's a colleague or your manager. If you're not at work, maybe it's a friend or a partner or a child, one of your children. Have a think about how you could do it. In fact, maybe to start with, the first step is to write the presentation and present it to yourself. Do a little video, do it in the mirror. What could you do? What could you do to take that first step? If you're looking to apply for a job, then the first thing would be perhaps to get a CV put together. That is the first step. That's like a decision. You're taking action. You're taking that first step. And then maybe the next step is to do a bit of research. What jobs are there out there? What jobs could I go for? And then obviously the next step would be to apply for one of those jobs. And then you go for an interview. So it's a stepped approach. You're not doing it all at once. You're not going and getting a job. You're just writing a CV, and then you're just doing research, and then you're just applying, and then you're just practicing for your interview, and then you're going for your interview. So confidence is all about the momentum that you get. So what is one small step you could take towards the goal that you've now got yourself committed to? Okay, so there's a bit of work here for you to take away and just have a little think about it, because confidence is about breaking it down and taking small steps towards your goal, and you grow in confidence as you go along that journey. And what I would just say is there is one thing that trumps confidence every time. There is one thing that you need, and that is courage. Because we don't always have confidence. We don't often know how things are going to work out, but we have to have the courage to try. We have to have the courage to go for it, not knowing what the outcome is going to be. We have to have the courage to apply for that job and go for that interview, even when we don't know what the outcome is going to be. So it's about finding your inner strength. And actually, if you get clear and you get committed to what it is you want to do, it's easier to find that courage. Because courage is what it takes to get started. Courage is what we need to overcome the obstacles, the challenges, the self-doubt that we've got. And once you get the courage to start, then it is about that confidence. Then it's about the confidence grows, but you have to have the courage. This courage just lets us try things, even though we don't know if we'll be successful. It's the first step on your journey. So I would say that whatever it is you want to do, then courage is the thing that you start with. So go away and find that inner courage. Get your clarity, get your commitment, and then find the courage to take that first step. So have a think to yourself, what would your life be if you could find courage? Because that can help drive you. And once you've found the courage, the confidence grows. So I've got a fourth step here. The fourth step in this process is about taking action. Taking the first step is great. That absolutely has to happen, and that's the hardest bit. But once you've taken the first step, you need to keep taking the next step. You need to take consistent action, and it needs to be relevant action, obviously not just any old action. But things don't change overnight, and you need to be prepared for that. Courage starts you off, but the confidence doesn't come overnight. The confidence comes each time you take a new step and realize that it's worked out okay, that it's been all right, that you've done okay. And this is about taking this consistent action. You don't lose weight by starving yourself for one day. You don't learn a language by practicing for a week. You don't get a job by applying for one job and then never applying for another job again. So you have to be consistent with this action. Whatever action it is you decide you take consistent action. You keep going wrong. And this is usually where it goes wrong. People get excited, they start something, and then they don't stick with it. So you have to come back to your why, your commitment. Why is it you're doing this? And that's why you need to be passionately engaged with it. If you're passionately engaged with what you want to achieve, then you will keep taking action. And the more action you take, the better you get at something. The better you get at something, the more you enjoy it. So you keep taking action. So you need to sit down and put this plan together and work out what your action is. Remember your promise to yourself. And, remember to get the trick here is about finding some support from people as well. There's lots of people around. Find support. You don't always have to do this on your own. Okay, so I want to share with you some quick fire tips that can help you feel and act with more confidence, even when you really don't feel like it. Okay, so the first thing is that you need to stand tall. So I would always say if you're like slumped down and you're like this, you are never going to feel confident. You're not going to look confident. You're not going to feel confident. You're not going to feel good about yourself. As soon as you sit up, stand up, sit tall, shoulders back, you immediately lift yourself because it releases hormones in your brain, these chemicals that help you feel more confident. And even if you don't feel confident, you will look confident and people will feel that from you. But you will feel it as well. You absolutely automatically will feel it. If you like present yourself like you're confident, you will feel more confident and you will absolutely look more confident. So whatever situation you're in, even if you're just at home on your own writing your CV or something, sometimes we sit and, I don't know what to write. This is rubbish. I'm no good at this. Just sit yourself up and go, no, I can do this. but give yourself that authority, give yourself that stature. And particularly if you go for interviews and things, then absolutely it's all about the way that you look, the way that you present yourself. And that ultimately has a knock-on effect to the way that you feel. You need to make eye contact. Whoever you're talking to, make eye contact. Not like a creepy stare, but just like make eye contact when you're talking to people, because it engages people more. And really try and hold that eye contact, because it shows your nerves when you like look down or away or round, or you don't catch people's eyes. You're not as engaged, you're not as interested. And actually, to fit again, to look more confident, to feel more confident, look that person in the eye. Look at them in the eye and say whatever it is you've got to say. And then smile, because again, smiling releases all these happy hormones. It makes us look better. It makes us feel better. And when we feel better, we feel more confident. And then people see us. And actually, it's amazing how people change towards you, their behavior change towards you when you change your behavior, because actually they'll open up as well. You'll make other people smile, you'll make other people feel happy. So smile more. Smiling makes you feel amazing. Smile, laugh as much as you can. It's great for you. And then, of course, dress well. Dress for the occasion. So if you're going for an interview, wear your smart togs. Wear the clothes that make you feel confident. Make sure they're comfortable as well, because you don't want to be fidgeting in things, but dress well. I always used to find that when I am doing presentations, or when I've gone for interviews, or even when I've been interviewing or doing anything at work, I'd actually even just wear a heel. Even at home now, working from home, if I want to do something that makes me feel really authoritative and really confident, I'll wear a pair of high heels and a bit of red lipstick, because that's what makes me feel confident. So whatever makes you feel confident. And I know there's all the things about perception. You shouldn't have to do these things. And this isn't about other people. This is about how you feel. So you decide how you feel. If you feel confident sitting around in your slippers and pajama bottoms, then that's fine. But most people don't. Most people need to dress appropriately for the occasion. So whatever the occasion is, then wear the appropriate clothes, and that will have an impact on how people look at you and how they think about you. They'll take you more seriously, and it will help you feel like you're dressed for the occasion. And then I just say breathe, because we're so busy all of the time and we get frantic, and our minds get really busy, don't we? Our brains are always running at 100 miles an hour, and a lot of the things that goes on in our head are quite negative. So we talked about self-talk and positive self-talk, but actually sometimes just take a breath. Just sit tall and take a deep breath, a breath from your tummy, a deep breath in and out a few times, and it just calms you down. And actually it gives you confidence. It gives you an air of confidence, because shallow breathing is like nervous anxiety, but deep breathing is all about confidence and well-being. So practice your breathing. And then it's about believing in yourself. So this is all about you empowering yourself to feel good. Give yourself a chance. Even if you don't know what the outcome's going to be, find that courage. Believe that you can at least give it your best shot. That's all that you can ever do, is give it your best shot. So believe in yourself well enough to do these. And if you follow some of these things, it will absolutely make you feel more confident about whatever it is that you want to do. So I want you to go away from here with some thoughts in your mind about what it is you want to achieve. So what is it? Take it away. What is it that you really want to achieve? And why? Have a real think about that why and get committed to it. What is the main thing that's holding you back? Understand what it is that's holding you back. And that's the thing that you work on. That's the confidence piece that you go away and you work on. And then just think to yourself, what would it feel like to be more confident at that thing that you've decided you want to be more confident at? What impact will it have on your life, your family's life, just your future? What impact will it have? So I hope that's been useful. I want you to take that away and just go away and think about it, because confidence really is all about taking small steps so that you grow in confidence. And I wish you the best of luck.